Hello! Today we're at the former Royal Air Force Nocton in Lincolnshire. This was a military hospital mainly used in the Second World War, finally closing in 1995. Joining me on this explore is Exploring with Carl and the Urban Legend UK, both very good friends of mine. Links to their channels in the description box. There's Dave.
Morning.
There will be a lady occasionally in the picture talking, and that's Mary.
Hello.
This base was extensively used by the Royal Air Force and the United States military. It was also used in the first Gulf War in 1990.
So what we're going to do is we're going to head down to this section first, and then we're going to go that way and we'll work our way around. Okay. So that is the same building that you're looking at there. But if you can tell in the photographs, the roof has got the asbestos roof. And the windows, look at the windows.
Well, it's so neat as well.
Of course. And this tree here, that tree. Oh, is that? I've never noticed that.
Radio area.
Wow.
Yeah.
See this tree here?
Yep.
And that tree there. That tree is that one there.
Oh wow, and it's grown.
And that tree lost its top last year. The wind snapped the top of it off.
Wow.
But it's still there. But if you notice the windows, 8 panels of glass in the metal frame, single pane glass. And if you notice the windows now, what are they?
Yeah, double glazed them.
Double glazed. The only two buildings that they put double glazing in, it was the Americans that did it, was the HQ building and the guardhouse.
Okay.
Because whose office is in Station HQ? The Station Commander. And the Station Commander's office is the far end office on the left there. He wasn't going to be cold. The Americans came from California. I've lived in Los Angeles. It's a desert state. It's very hot there all year round. And so he made sure he had double glazing in the building where his office was. So these are the only two buildings that you see evidence of them changing the windows. All the other buildings, there are still some windows left intact. The majority of them were stolen. So I will point those out to you so you can get a better visual idea of how it all was. And being ex-Air Force, you'll know what it looked like.
Funnily enough, I have personal first-hand information and experience about station commanders' officers, not because I was a station commander, but because I was up on charges. Once or twice.
Charges all the time.
So this is the station headquarters building. We're going to go in, have a look in here, and I've been in this building before, and it does have the 230 sockets for the UK, and it's got 110 sockets for the Americans as well. So I think they're down that end from memory. I've seen some already. So we've got some 110 volt sockets that are still remaining. The scraping earth ones that the Americans use. That would have been for a safe. That's like a night hatch window where they can pass things in. There'll be a hatch on the other side, but it looks like it's been bricked up, but the handle's still there. There's a handle. Then that would have been a hatch to pass things in and out of, rather than opening the window, just to save on time. So I've got an admin room here. This has also had a safe in it in the corner. That's what this brick enclosure is, where there's been a safe that's been removed. You can see the paint that they've used started to peel off. Below it is the lime paint that we often see in World War II buildings. Now here, this was used much later than World War II. So it's got more modern UPVC double glazing, but sadly it's all been smashed up. There's Mary, the tour guide. Reference, I didn't mention the hard hat, that's just for safety because we're on a guided tour. So Mary's showing us around each building. This looks like it was like an issuing hatch for something. Yeah, and there's an issuing table where they would have issued things out, possibly orders, because this isn't an armoury, so it's not weapons, so it would have been orders, issues, things like that. You can see where it's had curtains on the inside. Sorry, the gimbal's playing up. New gimbal and it's playing up. There's one of the old chairs left behind. Looks like a key box. Electrical cabinet. That looks like an old fire system. Fire detection. Alarm. There's one of the old safes that's been left. Probably very heavy. And see where nature's starting to take these rooms back. Now we're going to continue on now. Go see what other buildings we've got. There is a really long corridor here, which I will cut to now. And I'll show you that. That is the station headquarters.
Being swept because it's not just the roof on the outside that's got the asbestos, the walls are made from asbestos as well, and there's a little bit of damage, so if you stay away from the edges you'll be alright. This has been here since 1944. Likely it was accommodation back in the wartime. They would have been heated up with pot-bellied stoves, and you can see on the ceiling where there's a vent over there and a plate there, that's where the flues would have gone up for that. What we have found interesting in this is some drawings, just on the wall here, as the paint's peeled away.
Oh yeah, you can see it's there, can't you?
Yeah, as the paint's peeled away, you've got like a crest, but you've also got a naked lady just there. And that is very typical of what the Americans would put on the side of their planes, isn't it? That kind of drawing. So it's likely it was the Americans when this was being built. I do wonder if it was actually one of the people, maybe his bed was here, but if you look, there was obviously at some point there was a room here.
Divided,
Yeah, it's been partitioned off.
You wouldn't normally, they always paint everything, you wouldn't normally draw directly on before it's painted. So it could have been the lads that had built it,
yes,
drew on it, and then it was painted over. So they would have had a toilet here, maybe, you know, sometimes the one in charge would have his own separate room, wouldn't he, if he got accommodation. So not a bad condition, this one, for the time period. And we've got painted glass.
Yeah, the remaining window.
Which is rare. Motor transport section.
Oh, right.
So the fire engine was kept over here, plus all the other vehicles, and they would maintain them and things like that. And this is the fire engine. And that's actually parked along the curb that we're going to go past. So the white building that you see in the background, I'm going to show you that building in a second.
So that'll be that building there.
Yeah, I'll show you that building in a second.
And this was the yard for the MT section here.
Yeah, that's the MT section here. Because you've got the
Excellent.
ramp. There's a load-in ramp. Just
There is a loading ramp there.
Yeah.
Can we go have a look at that later?
If you're really quick, just quick.
If you're really quick, we can have a look now. So the MT section ramp is just up here. Just going to have a quick look at it. Just up here. You can see the double white lines that the Americans used to put everywhere. If you go to any Air Force base, there'll be white lines all over, and that's what they do. And this is one of the old loading ramps, right here, right there. But we're right near some houses, so we're not going to stay, even though we've got permission to be here. I don't like filming near people's homes. So that's one of the loading ramps at the MT section.
This was a predominantly female camp because they had the School of Nursing. So your lads from Waddington and RAF Scampton frequented this place. Frequented the building you're about to go in because that's where the bar was, and that's where the nurses would be dancing around the handbags and the dance floor. So,
Like Dave dancing around his drone bag.
so you've got the Naafi shop part there. This was the stores, so the big tins of beans were there and everything, and the accommodation for those that worked in the Naafi behind there. And then of course this then is next to. I'm going to lose him on.
Yeah.
It's not at all safe in there, so.
I've got my hard hat on, I'll be fine. So this was the Naafi shop, I'm told. Naafi shop, and then the stores were there. So yeah, this is where you'd come and buy boot polish and a chocolate bar, things like that. That was this. But unfortunately the flat felt roof has failed and it's all started to collapse. Naafi shop, and then this was a stores area. There's one of the old mattresses. There's decay on that.
They're standing under the sign, the metal sign that used to be between these two buildings.
Yes.
And it said the Winged Serpent Club.
Yeah.
This is the entrance to the Winged Serpent Club. This is where the snooker table was, so that was the snooker room. The room next to the snooker room was the TV room. Toilets. Another room where they actually used to store the disco equipment, actually. More toilets there, lots of toilets. There's a toilet. I've noticed a lot of toilets in this place.
I think I would have done the disco.
This is one of the bar areas. This reminds me of Dave's bar.
This is the Pig's Bar.
The Pig's Bar? Why is it called the Pig's Bar?
Because you had to be smart when you went to the bar. So the main bar is round in the next room. So you couldn't go in there if you were in your scruffs, but you could come and get something quick from the Pig's Bar. So you're
right.
dressed like a pig, basically.
Yeah.
And the stickers that you can see there are squadron stickers.
Yeah.
And the Air Force, can you remember?
I used to have one of them. RAF Future Pilot stickers.
Exact.
That's brilliant, so that's one of the kids.
They were playing
Darts, aircraft armed.
Yeah.
What's this? That's a Vulcan.
Yeah.
37 IoT. I can't read this though. Vulcan. I can't see what that aircraft is. Marconi Avionics. Yeah, wind shear navigation. So Marconi make all the things to stop wind shears where there's weather fronts, and so you're flying into the wind to come into land. And then if the wind direction changes to fly with you, you'll actually lose 30-40 knots of wind speed. So that causes, because the wings would need wind speed over them, air over the wing to give you lift. Now, wind shear is where that wind speed reduces, therefore you have less lift, and the aircraft falls very quickly. That's called wind shear. Now, this bar, the lady was telling us, is called the Pig's Bar. So this is where you just come and get a beer, come in and grab a quick pint. And it was less formal than the other bars, because like sergeants message you, you have to wear a certain, minimum type of clothing, trousers, shirt, shoes. You couldn't just go in with jeans and trainers, whereas it sounds like this. Pig's Bar is somewhere where you could just come in your normal sort of work, scruffs or things like that, and come in and get a quick coffee or something along those lines. Hence it's called the Pig's Bar. Very likely there would have been a dartboard here somewhere. But what I found really interesting is all the stickers that are left behind. Diving sticker, And then we've got squadron stickers,
We've still got the original
fighter controller.
So if you walk over into that last room and look up, it's got its own view.
So that is Aero Systems from RAF Cranwell squadron sticker. This reminds me of the bars at Church Fenton. The big sergeant's mess what he thought it was. It's got the shutters, the bar area there, a lot of it's been pulled out. Probably someone's pulled it out and reused it, so it'll be in a pub shed somewhere now. Oh. Yes, Mum.
It's just that piece went with somebody who's on a tour.
Yeah. I've got big shoes. Don't know what that is.
It's a tannoy.
It's an old tannoy speaker. Behind the bar, the brick effect, the under illumination. So and then that's part of the pig's bar. And we've got some cupboards. You can see where the electrics used to be, and it's all been pulled out over the years. Britvic apple juice. I don't think the RAF always used to drink Britvic apple juice. They used to drink other things. I'll check. Dave, was it Britvic apple juice you used to drink in the mess?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
I always had a soft drink. Never anything alcoholic. Oh no.
No. Britvic apple juice and then try and...
Absolutely. It wasn't me. I never did it. No.
No, but you was always in the station headquarters reporting to somebody because you had done
Reporting
something.
to station command, and then I'd have to frequent the guard room. I stayed in guard room quite a few times. I had some nice evenings there, all alone. I hasten to add. Yeah.
Saves on changing your bedding, doesn't it?
Well,
Like a hotel room.
yeah, you've got to make a bed pack though.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Did they get awfully shouty with you?
They do, yeah. They get really shouty. They fetch the drill instructor up to march you up and down. Then they fetch the PTI up to run you around airfield and jump over logs and things. And yeah, never a dull moment at guard room.
It sounds like you were well experienced with it.
I've been in a time or two. Yeah.
After too many Britvic apple juices.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the problem. Yeah, so we're in the relaxation areas of the hospital. I'm just looking at the floor there. Remember what I was saying, the big holes in the floor because it's quite rotten. Sadly, a lot of these buildings have got flat roofs and the water's coming in. So we'll just have a quick look around here. Yeah, you see how it's coming in. It's all collapsing. But I've got my hard hat, so I'll be fine. No, we're in the back areas. So we're in the back area of the club now. So if you used to be based here, if you were a nurse or if you were one of the RAF personnel coming in from Waddington or places like that to come and see the nurses, leave a comment. Now we're in the office areas now. So United States Air Force, Engineering and Services. That is a cool sticker. I like that. Being an engineer myself, I've got US Air Force engineering sticker. That's really, really good. Nice. And then this is just a little office. You can see there where there's been a safe. Is that going to be an American or a British socket? That's fused connection unit. Some shelves. So they've had a British socket outlet. This looks like a changing room or something. I'm not quite sure what this one is. The soap dispenser. We bought this store. Some auxiliary rooms. Now these look more like plant rooms because the walls are not plastered and there's power outlets on the wall. So we've got like a store area, I believe. This may have been the cellar. What is, I thought this said something. But I believe this was maybe a store or a cellar area. We'll back out. Another plant area. This has had boilers or something in it because it's got flues at the bottom but electric points. Maybe tumble dryers. Maybe this was the laundry area. If you know, please leave a comment. So this could very well have been the laundry. This looks like another toilet area. Yeah, toilet. Look at that decay, look at all the paint's flaking off. Back out, catch up with Mary again. So that was the Wing Serpents Club, and as we found, the laundry and store area. Viewers, thank you so much for watching this video from Royal Air Force Hospital, Nocton Hall. Please check out the Urban Legend UK's channel and Exploring with Carl's channel. They're my good friends who joined me on this explore. Links to their channels in the description box. This is going to be a multi-part series here from this base because it was just so vast, and to fit all the content in, I had to break it up into different videos. So please subscribe to my channel, hitting the circle in the top right hand corner to get the videos, which will be out every Thursday at 4 PM UK time. And for now, why not press the rectangle, which has got another video in it just for you. Bye bye for now.